So that title and thumbnail were not clickbait. There was just a tournament in Sahara, a private tournament, but like all the employees of a dispensary were playing the tournament. So pot committed was a pun, pot committed, and I made sure to take the best thumbnail picture I ever took with exactly 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in that level. But more on Sahara later in the video. Alright, I'm leaving Bally's. It is Friday the 14th. It is very close to 1 p.m. Got a late checkout because of my status, because that's how I do it. I'm gonna chronicle the next 2 days for you, because I don't have a room. So, suitcase is all set. Got the bungee cord, like I've showed you in the past. I got some other stuff. I got my cooking stuff. I got the bag that holds the camera I'm holding right now. This is the plan. Play for about the next 14 hours, then make my way to the airport. I'm flying to Oakland for the Met game. I should get there like 5 hours before game time. I have something planned to do before the game. Go to the game, as soon as the game is over, back to the airport, fly back. And it'll be like 10 p.m. Saturday when I get back to Vegas, and then play poker for like another 12 hours and see how early I could check in at the Rio. And I'm planning on sleeping on the plane basically. 90 minutes there, 3 hours on the way back. There is a stop on the way back, not a plane change, but we are stopping somewhere and dropping off or picking up people. So I'm hoping that 4.5 hours of sleep over the next 48 days is enough, and it's timed perfectly, so I'm not like falling asleep on the streets of Oakland or anything. And it'll start with poker today, because there will be a lot of it. So let me get this stuff to the car, and then I plan on starting at Aria. Alright, got to the car, gotta fit everything inside, gotta go back down, get my voucher drinks for the day, and then drive into New York to park for the day. It's strategic. I'll explain when I'm over there. You know what's funny? Right next to these Jenga tiles here, between New York and Park MGM, there are some really, really windy days out here. It would be a lot of fun to play Jenga, giant Jenga, outside in the wind. It would be like extreme giant Jenga. Anyway, parked at New York because I'm starting at Aria for one. Also, I plan to give Sahara a chance later, and if the game is great at Sahara, I'll stay until the monorail closes. I'll get it back here right around the time I have to head to the airport. I'll take it down to the MGM stop, which is right over there. If Sahara is poor, I'll take the monorail down to the MGM stop and just play MGM the rest of the night until I gotta go to the airport anyway. So my car at New York makes a lot of sense, and right now I'm gonna start at Aria. By the way, I played someone in a giant Jenga once and I won. 1-0, lifetime, undefeated. Played Aria for about 2 hours. It was okay. The second table was better than the first. Still wasn't amazing, so I'm looking for a good game here in Mandalay. Shout out time. The guy who came up to me in Aria, didn't get your name, but you said you liked the videos, especially the ones where I'm in a city other than Vegas. Also, about a week ago I played at Venetian, so I met Jeff, who was at the table adjacent to my first table, and Richard was at my first table before I transferred. So met all three of you guys in the past week or so. Glad you're all enjoying the videos. Also, this series I know will have more than one video. It might be as many as 7. There's going to be a lot going on in this 48-hour stretch. I have no idea when I'm going to stop the video and start the next one, so there might be some very abrupt cuts at the ends of these videos, because until I film everything and edit, I don't know how I'm splitting it up. But I know there will be like, today is poker, getting to the airport, the travel, what I do before the game, the actual game, getting back, things like that. So could be as many as 7 videos. But for now, gonna win a ton of money at Mandalay. That sign says poker. There we go, finally focused. So I'm in Luxor now, and here are the rooms at Luxor. I don't know if you could tell from this angle, but each floor, because it's a pyramid on the outside, you've probably seen it on the outside, each floor hangs over the floor below it. I've never stayed here, but you can see like some drunk people just kind of falling over the side when they see nothing below them. Anyway. Played Mandalay for like an hour, 40 minutes. It was okay. There were these guys from Wales in the room. They were making it kind of fun, but Kind of a small game with not a ton happening. I ordered a Cobb salad at Slice of Vegas, and after I eat it, I might be heading to Sahara a little earlier than I planned, but I don't know where else to play in the middle. Probably give Sahara a shot if it's weak, back to MGM, but you'll probably see me on the monorail getting interrupted pretty soon. It's a shame I don't park in New York more often. Pretty good scenery, especially as the sun is setting to the west. Actually, you know what that is, that building right there, that's Orleans. So you know what's past Orleans, down Tropicana Avenue? That's right, Conseco's gas station, the best gas station that Earth has ever seen. Probably the entire solar system. Can't speak for the other planets, haven't been there. Anyway, I came up to my car, got a drink. I'm gonna head across the street to MGM, monorail stop, take it all the way to Sahara. Hope a game is going. I know I could call and ask. Often when you call Sahara, nobody answers, so whether a game is going or not. Interesting, I've been meaning to say this. So you remember in the 90s, you know, I'm a 90s kid. Remember in the 90s when you would call a friend's house and if no one were home, you would get the machine? So when I call in to put my name on the list around here, I understand that like the floor, the chip runners, whoever answers the phone could be busy. So I don't get frustrated. I let it ring for a very long time though. I'm just like, I don't want to hang up, call again. I want to just call the one time, so I'll let it ring for like a really long time, sometimes like 2 minutes, and I just hope like the fill is done and the floor makes it back to the podium and then answers the phone. Most places, it just rings forever. And there have been a couple times it's just taken so long that I hang up. Mandalay actually has an answering machine, like you're calling your friend's house in 1997 to ask if he could hang out. I wish I got it on film. I didn't, because the first time it happened, I didn't know it was a thing, and since they've answered every time, but it said like, this is the Mandalay Bay Poker Room, like we're not here right now, leave a message after the beep. I might not be getting it verbatim, but it was pretty close to that, and I didn't expect that. Venetian I know once, and I think Aria once, just rang for a very long time, and eventually I hung up. I didn't kill the phone, I hung up. So, Mandalay has an answering machine. I would love to know if someone actually ever listens to the message, because if I get the chance to leave a message next time, I'm leaving one. I was kind of like shocked that it existed the first time and I just hung up, but if it happens again, I'm leaving a message for him. Alright, looks like something's going on behind me in the poker room. I just walked in, sat down. I tried calling to put my name on the list and the line was busy. That doesn't really happen around here either. Classic Sahara. I'm gonna go play, win a ton of hands, win a ton of money, get the monorail back and get to the airport. Alright, Sahara's done. Played over 5 hours here. I think it was pretty close to 9 for the night. Now I need to get back to my car and then go to the bank because I don't want or need a lot of cash with me on the streets of Oakland. Probably get voucher drinks at some point and then head to the airport. Those two guys walking down the hallway, they just were talking to me. They were asking me how to get to Sahara. They asked me how to get into the building. I told them the way I just came from. I was just in the building. They said, no, there's no way to get there from here, doing it that way. I said, I just came from there. So they went out this fire exit, up these stairs, went up there, and very quickly came back down, because I guess that gets you to nowhere, or you need to be an employee or something to get up there. And then they just went that way. I said, go the way I said, follow the directions I said. And as soon as they got to the stairs, instead of going up the stairs, they went around the stairs, and they're not listening to anything I'm saying. So I don't know why they asked me at all if every single thing I say to do, they're doing the exact opposite, but hope they make it in time. Just wrap the video up here before the voice messes with me. Tomorrow's video will be travel, airport, starting with the airport, and that's it. Had a winning day, played about 9 hours, most hours since March 18th. Got it before the voice messed me up. In your face. And one more thing, the best thing about that tournament in Sahara, the private tournament, they had a 20-minute break to race off chips, which is a long time. I've never seen longer than a 12-minute break. Of the 23 people remaining in the tournament, 21 of them were gone during the break. So with 8 minutes left, they put the break on hold. They paused the break timer because 21 of the 23 people weren't there. And based on the scent, when they all finally returned, they all left to smoke. So they had a very long break, extended even more to allow everyone to leave the building and smoke before they came back and finished the tournament.